Hi, my name is David Evans, and thank you for watching today's Minute in the Word. Today's discussion is bones in a box. Exodus chapter 50 and verse 25 says, "And Joseph made an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from this place." This verse is happening right at the end of Joseph's life, and just like his father Jacob, he wanted to be buried in the Promised Land, along with Abraham. Unusual request for Joseph. Being the right-hand man of Pharaoh, he most likely could have made a declaration, and as soon as he died, they could have carried and escorted his bones back to the Promised Land and buried him where he desired. Scripture doesn't say that. Scripture says they put his body in a coffin. No mention of burial at all. The actual Hebrew word there actually could be interpreted sacred box or even Torah box. Very unusual request for Joseph to do this. For 200 years, somebody looked after Joseph's bones in a box in Egypt. The family probably every time they saw that box remembered Joseph's faith in God. Joseph believed God would come, and when he does come, he's going to deliver you, and you can carry my bones from this place. Scripture doesn't end there. There's a certain night that happens. It's a Passover night, and the children of Israel have made all preparation. A lot of excitement that night, getting ready to go and leave Egypt. We know the angel of death passes through the firstborn or die that aren't covered in the blood on the doorpost. But Exodus chapter 13, verse 19 says, "And Moses took Joseph's bones with him." During all of this activity, Moses seeks out this bones in a box and carries it out of Egypt. Doesn't end there. For 40 years, somebody is carrying Joseph's bones in a box through the desert. And every time they see this box or they pick up this box, they remember Joseph's faith. Joseph believed that God would come. When he does, he's going to deliver you, and you can carry my bones back to the Promised Land. Verse in Joshua 24 and verse 32 says, "And Joseph was buried in Shechem, and the place became an inheritance for his children." Joseph was finally buried in the Promised Land. 240 plus years after he died, he's finally laid to rest next to his father Jacob and his father Abraham. Still doesn't end there. In the greatest faith chapter in Scripture, Hebrews chapter 11, it mentions Joseph. It doesn't mention what Joseph did in Egypt, but it says this one little phrase. "By faith Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel, and gave commandment concerning his bones." One of the greatest examples of faith that we have is this commandment concerning Joseph's bones. Like Joseph, it's not about what we do in life, but what we believe and who we believe. Of all of Joseph's great works, the greatest example of his faith was the statement that God's going to come, and when he does, he's going to deliver you, and you're going to take my bones from this place. Just as Joseph, our family needs to see us believing God. They need to see us believing that lives can be transformed, that we can live above sin, that life is controlled by God. And if we do that, when we're at the end of our life, we'll be able to say, as Joseph did, and speak of the unseen things, the things to come, the new birth, the resurrection, the second coming, heaven. Then you will leave a legacy as Joseph did and be able to say, God will visit you. And when he does, he'll deliver you and bring you out of this land. This has been A Minute in the Word. Thank you so much for watching.